Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Joshua.
I'm Jessica.
And we're Retro Ventures, and this week we're bringing to you... Are you excited, babe? All your hard work? Keyboard warrior? So this place isn't open to the public, and it doesn't even have a sign outside. You just have to have an appointment to come and pick up the stuff you won on the auction. Online auction. Score. And as usual, we do our shopping, we do our thrifting, we do our sourcing, and we have Legos at the end because she is chomping at the bit to open up.
I got a GWP.
Her Legos, which is the only power I have in this house. All right, guys, so stick around and we'll be right back. Oh, these aren't laser discs, these are CEDs. These are CEDs. Night Porter, have that on VHS. Falcon and Snowman, Dirty Dozen, The Raven. Just looking for Goonies. Still of the Night, The Pirate, Matilda, two Falcon and the Snowman, Star 80, War Games is cool, Motherload, let's see how much they have on these. $6.29. Yeah. So for $6.29, these are way overpriced because these aren't even laser discs. These are CEDs. I mean, if you're a Stephen King fan, that's about the only one that's worth anything. Gotta talk over this one. Oh, we got some Pokemon here. $3.49. Pokemon $3.49. Holy crap, I'm underneath the speaker. Pokemon $2.49. No tag. So those have tags. All three have tags. Here's one. Oh, but look, see how somebody's cut the tag off? So, no bueno. Oh, here's another one. Yes. Nice little tag there. Alright, so, nice little Pokemon. Too bad I don't have the tags. This is why you go back 3 times. Got another one with tags. It's 2017, so there's some age.
Joshua found some Pokemon plushes.
Anytime you find Pokemon plush with tags from 2016, 2017, these go for $10 to $15 as long as there's no damage to them. And I got a nice little treasure trove of Pokemon plush. These were about $2.49, $3.49 a piece, 20% off, and we basically walked out the door with movies and Pokemon plush.
He's cute.
But we're not keeping Pokemon plush for $17. So to get that 20%, you know me.
Mr. Media Man.
So Trapped in Paradise, Tootsie, Don't Say a Word, Wall Street, The Warriors, and something I wanted to watch that I've never seen before.
Over 10,000 videos. 24-hour quick drop return, open late every night. It's popping up all over the country. There's one near you.
What is it?
The Underneath, Peter Gallagher. I like Peter Gallagher. Every movie I've seen him in, I've really liked him. And of course, every DVD that I'm collecting looks like this on the inside. $1 a piece.
I had to finish some work emails, and while I was in my car, he's like, "Do you want this?" And I was like, "Yeah, itty bitties."
Yeah. So my wife is an itty bitty collector, and I'm okay with that.
I didn't realize it came with the book.
These little mini plushes from Hallmark. I want to say those are stupid, but I can't judge what she wants to collect because I can be easily judged for the stuff I collect, especially the stuff you've seen in the past and today. But if it makes her happy.
And then I turned it over and I realized there's a Scooby-Doo.
You know, anytime you can pick up a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle VHS that is in good condition, you're going to do it. And to get that $20, to get that 20% off, Starship Troopers, Overboard. I don't want to pronounce this right now. I have this already, but I like to upgrade. I really liked Species in the 90s. And last but not least, I found Peggy Sue Got Married on DVD. I have it on VHS. And I love this movie, any 80s movie, and you know I already have a thing for Kathleen Turner. You can criticize me for collecting DVDs, old out-of-print media, but I get a kick out of it, and I can guarantee you this is a lot cheaper than streaming. So earlier in the week, I collect comic books and Facebook Marketplace. And when I told my wife I could get 30 comic books for $20, she said, no problem. And I'm super excited about this because a few months back, I had to take my dad to the doctor's, because I had to drive him home. He was getting a stent. And guys, I picked up a Topps 1 of 2 Raptor. This is awesome. It's a continuation of where the movie left off. I always like discovering new stuff, and this is what I love about what I do, but it's actually called Route 666. I think her name is Cassie Peterson. I looked it up real quick. It has good reviews. Well, she's an escaped convict, and either she's a serial killer or she is uncovering a supernatural conspiracy against mankind. I picked up a 1 through 5, and this guy on Facebook Marketplace, I kid you not, had the full run from 6 on up to 22, which I'm totally stoked. So as a collector, if you can finish something in one shot for $1 a piece when it comes to comic books, it's a good day. I'm a chaos guy. So the other 2 for $2 was a Purgatory 1 and 2. And I also picked up this run, limited run, because it didn't last very long, of a character that Brian Pulido tried to jumpstart, and Bad Kitty. So you see you have Bad Kitty number 1, 2, 3, and then I think it starts over with the 1, 2, 3, and 4. And she is a cop in New Orleans fighting zombies, okay? Again, I'm a zombie fan, and anything that deals with zombies, I'm gonna take. Another good thing about this guy, he...
All bagged and boarded.
Thank you. Bagged and boarded, high grade for $1 a piece. I wish I could have bought more, but you know, I can't buy everything I see. And I was really happy to get that. Route 666, about a woman who can see dead people. And in talking to a dead friend, she realizes there is an evil entity out there stealing the souls of those who have been violently killed. And she's on the hunt to save those souls from being stolen. And on the way, she meets a serial killer who actually believes that she can see the dead people where everyone else treats her like she's crazy. And he ends up trying to frame her for his murders because she knows the particulars of his killings. And there it is, guys. There's the 6.
Second location that just opened up for Mall of Peddlers because I wanted to check it out and show him, see what it was like.
1986.
The thermos is really cool.
That's really nice. How much they have on that?
$29.99, which might be worth it. Also, Ben Cooper, since they're...
That's got to be a re-release.
Yeah, I was gonna say, since they're probably re-released with all the toys. Oh, Kermit! Oh, Piggy!
That's the new one. We have that one.
We do?
No, there's a Fozzie in the back. See the Fozzie?
Yeah,
we need that Fozzie.
This isn't my glowworm. It's not the one I had when I was a kid. $9.99. So which one's better condition? Both $9.99. I think that one's cleaner. This guy's got a little schmutz on his belly. Yeah, this guy looks better.
All right, Buster, you're coming home with us. Waka waka waka. Got it, but not in box. All right, nice little presentation at the newest Mall of Peddlers. $20 for the My Chemical Romance. Probably good, but the casing is broke. Oh yeah, how much is he asking for this? $27.99.
We have one.
Yeah, I have one. I found one already. Oh!
Get him? Yeah.
$40 for Harry and the Hendersons. I don't know. That's...
Yeah. Guess what? Oh, there is a tag, but it's Galoob, yeah.
Yeah. That is so cool.
It's the first one I've seen in like...
Yeah, I've never seen. This is the first one I've seen like up close. It's a really good.
I was gonna say he's got a little.
We'll find you somewhere else, buddy. We're taking somebody else home. Chucky is 75. One of these days I'm gonna get a Chucky doll. I'll find you somewhere. How much is Fred?
19, yeah.
Some Saga. Monsters. I like this, how he sets them up on an angle. Okay, lady, do that one more time. I dare you, do that one more time. All right, so this guy gets the Booth Award. The top Booth Award. I mean, check this out. This is an environment. Well done. Some 90s. But I felt like this is like just a haunted type vibe to it. Really cool. Good job, guys. Oh, wow.
Some IBMs, some old Apples.
All electronics and computer items sold as is, untested, and I think he's just doing it for display, because... Man, that takes me back. That's crazy. I've never seen anybody do this in a thrift store or a antique mall. But old is old, I guess, you know? And Michael Kors. And Beanie Babies.
You know, because this is like the second month it's been open. I liked the location and I liked how it was set up.
Really cool, fun, always to walk through there.
So, found Fozzie Bear today.
That's what we ended up picking up. Yeah, we have a bunch of other Muppets, and Fozzie Bear always seems to be the hardest one to find. This is a Disney store.
He had two. This was what I thought was the better of the two.
And then I dug through one box at the store, and I came across a #1 John Carter Warlord of Mars. And you can see it was pressed up against something for years and years and years, because the back ink has kind of peeled off on this, so it's not as clean. It's not going to be high grade, but it's still not low grade. I got it for $2.99. So anytime I go, I see #1s, I'm going to pick up #1s every time I pick up, or I see them, which means these #1s, when I saw them, I got super stoked about, and I want to send these in and get pressed and see if I can actually make money off of $5 comic books I found at the antique mall. So, you got this. They just moved in here a month.
We're in no hurry.
And I just went through all of this.
It's not like we're getting kicked out, thank God.
It took a while to sell my dad's voice.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that cover. $5. This is bagged and boarded. $5. They just started selling like a month ago, and he's just selling his collection. House of Mystery, $5. Anytime I find House of Mystery for $5, that's House of Secrets too. $5. Ghosts, $8. DC. #46. Scary Tales, all new Scary Tales, Charlton Comics, #4, $5.
Yeah, I'll take it easy.
And then, by popular demand, #1 Tailspin.
Overdue, and then I hurt myself.
Yeah.
See.
A #1
This thing is
DuckTales.
a big adventure for him.
A #1 DuckTales, first Disney Comics issue.
It's awesome. I'm very proud of him.
And in high
Plus he's
grade.
cleaned out about.
And another #1 first Disney issue, comics issue, Chippendale Rescue Rangers. So I'm going to pick those up. Let me show you what I'm talking about. DuckTales #1. Chippendale Rescue Rangers #1, and a Tailspin #1. These are all original pressings. Now, the one I was most excited about was this DuckTales #1. You see that? It says giant first issue. Well, the problem is, just because you see these through You know, you see how shiny that is? You don't see everything? Well, let me show you what happens when you don't do your due diligence. If you can see there, you can kind of see some spotting from a previous like spill. See that right there? It's stained. You can't clean that off. And so for $5, not bad, still high grade, still something I really like. I like DuckTales, right? So I'm gonna put this in my display cabinet. I'm gonna keep this one as a mistake copy. And sometimes I like to keep my mistakes close by as a remembrance of, hey, sometimes you need to take the book out of the bag to look at it too. These raw right here. If I got these graded, so if I could get these graded a 9.8, which I think they can, it's $20 to get graded, $15 for the pressing, $5 for the book, so $40 an issue. These could retail for $120 to $150 a piece in a 9.8. So it's something I'm toying around with. Raw, I could easily get $20 to $30 for these. I see some listings for $40. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them to a toy show. I'm gonna put a $20 price tag on each one of these. And I'm gonna see if I can't just flip 5 into 20. Because graded comic books don't sell as well right now as raw comic books because people want that experience to grade themselves. So if you take that hunt away from them or that gamble away from them, it's gambling to a certain extent. You're taking a book for, you know, $20 and trying to turn it into $150. If you take that away from them, it kind of takes away the fun. So this is something I was toying around with, maybe doing my first graded CGC unboxing. But it's something that I have to discuss with the wife and see if that's what we want to do. But really cool to find these number ones at a antique store for just $5 a copy. All right, that's all of the comic book talk for today, guys.
Hopefully you're still, if you're fast forwarding, stop now. Or, you know, hopefully you're still with us.
Did you guys like Superman? Did you like Superman?
The movie?
Yeah. Did you like Superman the movie?
Yeah.
It's not a trick question. Did you like it?
Yeah.
It started with a comic book.
Okay. The other thing we went and did this morning is we picked up our auction purchases.
Yeah, you walk in and walk out, they have your stuff ready and not much chit-chatting going on, but you just want to make sure that you have everything you bought, and let's take a look. All right, so here are the 4 items that we won on that estate sale online auction. Total cost of goods that you see before you is $87.85, which includes the fees. Now, the one thing that we are going to sell is this Living Dead dolls. That's $150 on eBay. So what we're hoping to do is sell this for $150, which means after everything's said and done fee-wise, we should make $50. And now the Red Sonja, the pin, and the puppets are now paid for and free.
That ended this weekend, as he calls me, a keyboard warrior.
Keyboard warrior, yes. And tell these fine people, where are you finding this stuff?
So, local estate sale app where you can look for local estate sales happening. There are some that do like online auctions or bidding, and this company particularly happens to do it that way. So I noticed, and I've been watching, and they let it run for like a month almost. I knew it was ending on Sunday, and that's when I start to bid.
All right,
so
2 things. Number 1, they have an auction that lasts like 24 days. People forget. They put in their bids. If you watch it, you can win based on people forgetting. Number 2, they ended their auctions on a football Sunday. So while people were watching the Cardinals games, these auctions were ending and we won them for some ridiculous prices.
I only had issues with one. Okay, so the first thing that I won was this Firefly Night Sweetie pin for $1. And it goes for about $15, but we are Serenity and Firefly, fans, so I'll probably keep it. This fun little Living Dead doll was the next auction item. She is sealed from 2012. Her name is Betsy, so you can see she is sealed. She goes on eBay for about $150 because it got down to like the last couple minutes I started bidding. It was at $23, I think, and I put in $30, and he like waited, and the second it gets down to under a minute or 2 minutes, they go back and they add 2 minutes. Like the second someone bids, it goes back to the 2 minute. Once it goes under that 2 minute mark to like give the other person a chance. So we kind of went back and forth for a little bit, but, and it got all the way up to about $40, and I let him think he was going to win it for $40. And then I went in and I put in another bid for $45, and then I ended up winning it for $47. So once he realized like I wasn't gonna go away, you know, but I also knew like I had a stopping point. I would have stopped at 50, you know, just so that there was room in there to double the funds.
Sometimes the pictures don't do it justice, and when my wife showed me this, which is finger puppets, okay,
So
Jurassic World. Well,
Jurassic-
the Lost World Jurassic Park, so the second movie, finger puppets. Saw this in a picture. It didn't really present as well. I didn't see how big it was or how big the puppets were. For all I knew, these could have been like smaller puppets. But
1997.
we picked these up for
$1.
$1. And I told her, I said, if we get these for $1, I will definitely want these. So in your collection, you're going to have these like, you know, somebody who collects, you know, alien stuff wants an alien toothbrush, right? I'm not a big puppet guy. I'm not a big finger puppet guy.
But it's
in package and it displays well,
Yep.
this will fit nicely into the collection. And my wife even said, she goes, well, Space Comics likes to collect all those side stuff and all those hard to find things. I was like, oh yeah, we need to be more like Space Comics.
But look at the back of it. Look at how they advertised and packaged it. You know, that artwork, the photography that they, pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
And it's in a good bubble and shape, and
definitely worth more than $1.
so that was a good pickup by moi.
But the one thing I wanted the most, and my wife got it for me. She was like, I was checking in.
I got a red Sonia.
So, if you've been following the channel, I've been wanting, you know, certain sculptures, statues, figures of the comic books that I've been collecting. And one of them is Red Sonja. And this thing came up. We looked at it and I said, yeah, I mean, if it's a decent price, definitely want it. And it came
No
with
one
its
was
box.
bidding. No one was bidding for it for the longest time. And then towards the end, it was up to about $20. We ended up winning it for $22 or $23. On a low end, it goes for $75, but it goes for some of them with, and that's like without the box and everything. Other ones go for,
Ready?
yep.
Just hold it. Cool.
Other ones go for about
There's the
150.
box.
So it's Dynamite. And I believe, what was the year on it?
2005.
Here's the base. It's number 22 out of 75. Didn't know what the number was on it. Her sword is still like in its tape. You know, so be careful.
I know. I live in a room full of careful. What makes you think I'm not careful?
Oh, that's interesting. Is that all it does? Mm-hmm. Doesn't go in
One peg.
farther than that. So I got a steal of a deal on this to be able to resell it.
Ha ha. Funny. This sword is actually metal. Feel it. Hold on. Feel that.
It's got a poker.
It's a die cast.
Oh, because it goes.
Yep.
Well, you do it.
There you go. Ta-da! Let's show you at home what we got. A Red Sonja. A statue probably is about 12 inches.
Number 22 out of 75.
Check out that bust if you
Must.
must. The she-devil with a sword.
What do you think of that sculpt on that face?
The only thing I did not like about this was I don't know which lady or Red Sonja that they've, you know, pulled from. But I'm going to do some research to see where they drew their inspiration from, what comic book run. As you can see her face there. Not bad.
This one?
Not bad, but not, you know, the 70s version.
Whatever this is from, this is his inspiration is right here.
Yeah, the box just says the Nemedian Chronicles. And I'm not too familiar with the artist, but Paolo Rivera. So Paulo Rivera, but it's 23 bucks. This is what's cool. My last statue was 400. This statue just as cool.
So
And-
see, I'll be able to sell this and like make some money back for the Lady Death statue I bought.
Okay, I tell you what, I'll make you a deal. We sell this, and then we'll sell all the Legos you're about to pull out of that box right now.
I am selling some of the Legos out of that box.
All the Legos. All right, we reached that moment in the video, guys, where if you saw Lego in the title, this is going to be her Amazon Lego delivery.
No, it's Lego.com delivery, not Amazon.
Ooh, this is heavy.
Yeah. Okay, but the see that little
See this, guys? I got Ninja Turtles too.
that's supposed to be Sonic.
All right, what's the big reveal? What's in the box?
One of the many September. So in September, the Lego had Harry Potter towards the beginning of the month, and you got GWPs with that. Then there was Batman Day, and it kind of went on for like a week. And then mid-September, they released this set, Willy Wonka, Charlie Chocolate Factory.
Oh, I'm gonna show them.
And they also released the Black Pearl new set. So this one was more on my
Got it.
wish list. Technically they both are, but this was more in budget with right now. So I'm gonna show you there.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Willy Wonka. Yep. So I love Lego's movie themed sets. I like to put them together.
Now, if I may I take this from you?
Yep.
See how you ask before you just grab something out of somebody's hand? Check out those minifigs, guys! 2 Oompa Loompas, Willy Wonka, Charlie, Father. Yeah, make a bunch of noise while I'm trying to... She has like no online courtesy, this lady.
Yeah,
I
none.
press a button and she just starts burping and making bodily noises and
Says this
coughing
guy.
and...
I can't help it. Your room is dusty.
But
Clean it.
I really, for Legos sets, not being a huge Lego guy, this one gets my approval. This was a really cool pickup, babe.
Yeah. So I liked how they did it. And this was from the Lego Idea set. This was someone's idea and came to fruition. It got approved.
Nice.
So very excited to add it to the collection.
Well, that was our pickups for the week, guys. I hope you had a wonderful week. I hope you continue to have a wonderful week. And just in case I have room, this is where you say.
And this is what is sold.
All right, we got 2 books going out. I just listed them, just picked them up at Goodwill. These 2. Now this is a 3. This is a 3rd volume and 4th. If you had like all 4 of these, this would be like $100 set. If what I remember is true, like this on Amazon was like going for $100, but these 2 books went for asking price $24.99 and took an offer $19.99 plus shipping. There we go. All right, these 2 guys, $10. If you ever see Sonic in a Goodwill bag, don't overlook it. Especially the bigger they are, a little bit more money they're worth. I had this at $15. This was listed. These have been listed for a year, so just took an offer of $10 from $15 plus shipping. All right, guys, here's another example of making money off of books. This is actually highly collectible. This is the very earliest forms of anime from the early or mid 1970s. Toei, you can even see the tag there. I picked this book up at a Goodwill with a few others, 1974, the year I was born. This book is 50 years old. There were comps out there for 300 plus, but in reality, this book sold for $29.99. $4 and $30 for one book. Not bad. And another happy customer. All right, we sold an action figure. Neil from Skeleton Crew on the Disney Channel. Really good show. We had a hard time finding this guy, and when we finally found him, we found two, and we're like, well, this Walmart's out in the middle of nowhere. Let's help somebody else out and, you know, possibly make a couple extra dollars. And he finally sold on eBay. Took an offer from $34.99 down to $30 plus shipping on eBay. All right, guys, we sold another plush. I was mentioning how the plush were not moving Friday night. Friday night has come, and this is our first sale of the weekend. Little 5.5-inch Kirby plush with tags. Got $20 from on Facebook Marketplace. Picked them up for a couple bucks. $2 into about $20 plus shipping on Facebook Marketplace. Good morning. Got an offer for these vintage Agatha Christie paperback books. Now, I've actually had these for a long time, and I've sold off probably a good portion of this lot that I got. So this is like the hanger on, just the leftovers. And I was asking $44.99, and the guy who offered me $25 also sent me a note saying, hey, I'm shipping these to UK. So this guy in UK is buying Agatha Christie paperback books from little old me in Arizona. So I said, and he even said it was okay to counter because he thought the offer was too low, but he said I have to pay postage to the United Kingdom. And I just said, bro, just take the books for $25 and enjoy. So that was awesome. All right, we went down one bin from our physical media show. Means my system is a little out of place, and the book I sold on Whatnot is going to be buried. Been in here for a while, but I finally got a buyer. That's a good book cover. I think it's a flip book. All right, it's none of those. And it's none of those. And it's none of those. Cool. Sorry, it was a long day. It's staring me in the face. I looked here, not here. And I'll show you what I mean by flip book. So, on this side, it's called an Ace Double Day. On this side, or Ace Double Book, which is a book on this side from Dean R. Koontz, Fear That Man. And if you flip it over on this side, you get Toyman E.C. Tubb. So 2 books in one. And I picked it up specifically because this is, I guess, an early Dean Koontz. And we all know him from being like the, you know, the horror guy below Stephen King. You know, I guess he's best known for Phantoms. So this paid off. It was a static listing on Whatnot, and it sold for $35 plus shipping. All right, so we have a Facebook Marketplace pickup. I don't do these AV receivers too often. I don't pick them up at Goodwills unless, you know, for whatever reason they've bundled the remote with it. But this was a family pickup. Our family was going to donate this to Goodwill and asked if we wanted it. And I said yes. And they said, you know, there was nothing wrong with it. It was working. They just don't use it anymore because they're a sound bar, big TV. And it sold within 3 days of listing for $40 cash, and have somebody on the way right now, complete with remote. And I'm going to let them test it out, as I always do. All right, there it is. It's gone, and there's the $40. All right, we sold more comic books, guys. And no shock, it is Star Trek Voyager. I think I've sold out of like 90% of all the Star Trek that I've listed from this collection, which was a shock to me. I really didn't expect Star Trek to sell out as quickly. I thought it was going to take a little bit. I thought it was going to be long tail. And literally all the Star Trek comic books that I've listed, I'm going to say probably only have like a couple left sold from the 90s. And this isn't complete. It's just missing one issue, and it's still sold for $40 plus shipping on eBay. All right, we sold another G.I. Joe figure, Lifeline, version 5. I had him at 30. And he's complete, and I took an offer of $20 on eBay. Guys, when I come back from a show, I take offers. Before I go to a show, I don't take offers. Just a hint. All right, so I found this bag of it's Fallen Kingdom miniature dinosaurs. These would be like little blind bag packs. So this whole thing I'm selling to a grandfather whose grandson wanted these really bad. And I said, hey, if the grandson wants to, he can come and check out my collection. So they're going to be over in 10 minutes. I'm going to see if I can film this kid's response to the dinosaurs. Oh, and had these for $40. These are actually kind of valuable. So $30, plus I have some extra dinosaurs for him. So offer up, local pickup. And we're about to see this grandfather's grandson reaction to my dinosaurs. All right, $30 cash for a bag of dinosaurs found in a Goodwill bag. All right, we got 2 orders going out on a Sunday night. Had this listed for like close to 3 years, and finally somebody bought it for, I had it for $15. It's a little Scooby-Doo villain PVC, and I already have it, just a duplicate, and went out on an offer of $10 plus shipping. And this is a good score here. I got these at Goodwill for 99 cents a piece. They were all in like new condition. I feel like nobody ever played them. And I put these in a lot together, all 5, asked $50, $10 a piece. Somebody offered me 20, then 20, then 30, then 35, and then I just said $39.99, and then we reached a deal at $37.99 for $5 worth of CDs that I bought at Goodwill. So that was a good flip, and eBay plus shipping. So we got about $50 just in here going out the door tonight. All right, so this doesn't look like much, but it is the Disney Princess lamp. If you've been watching my videos, I picked this up at Goodwill for $20, and I sold it on Etsy for $160 plus shipping. And because of its shape, I just pre-boxed it up, because it's just, I don't have a box for this, so I had to make one, and can't show it to you, but this was a really awesome sale. Found it at Goodwill and flipped it on Etsy. All right, we sold our first book from the Conan lot. Just listed these 2 days ago, and this is the first book to go. Let's not do that. And it's this one right here. Ugh. Conan, the Road of Kings, and got this in this lot here. Sold this for $19.99 on eBay, and they knew this one was a little bit more special because they made a whole comic book series off of this story. So that's why that one sold for as much as it did. I kid you not, I just sold Ghost in the Shell 1 through 8 for $300 on Whatnot, coming over and picking up the last comic book for today's little comic book video. That was crazy. Awesome on Whatnot static listing. So I got to pick this one up, and we got to go to Arizona Brick Co. And that is what you call a $300 box of comic books. All right, yeah. And if we don't have time, then we'd like to say thank you for joining us. Thank you to all our new subscribers.
Thank you, thank you.
And
please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those great, wonderful things.
Stay calm, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.